these fast-moving units, you want long-duration hard stuns. I guess in theory, Chaos Knight could give you a 4-second stun.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's pretty good against Lycan.
It's not bad, I guess, but
one of the most difficult parts about Lycan is when he's ulting, like he just literally is running at your supports.
Right. How important is the early game for VP Polar? Because, like you said, if Chaos Knight gets wrecked in lane, he's never going to catch up.
They're doing it looks like a dual lane mid with Lich and Chaos Knight.
That's actually smart.
Yeah, it's pretty
You should
good.
do that. I think EG is actually predicting that because they put the Jacker on middle.
Yeah.
It's actually EG Universe playing the Weaver offlane, something that we don't see too much, because whenever we see the Jakiro picked, it's always fair playing that.
I think that's the weakness of Elder Titan though. Like he's not very good at harassing the offlaner out.
Yeah, you can go pretty greedy. That's why they picked the Weaver. So Weaver gets something from the top lane. I think he's gonna get pretty. Actually, he's gonna get a lot of from that top lane because Lich is middle, and Elder Titan can't harass Weaver.
He can do nothing like.
Yeah, that's smart.
First, Shirley Finette being shown on camera playing the Chaos Knight. FNG on that Lich. And the support, Little's going to have a tough time on the Elder Titan. I'm not sure if 3 Tango is going to be enough. DK Phobos on a safe lane Ember Spirit. And last but not least, Mag off lane Brewmaster. Shane, you're like just firing shots and they're all landing. Perfect 10 out of 10s.
No.
Not in the traditional sense of firing shots, but like you're just making calls, man.
I've watched the VP Polar play quite a lot actually. I'm kind of a Mag fanboy.
Right, hopefully he'll play well this game. How's Jakiro going to match up against this dual lane and possibly trial lane? Because
they're going to try first blood. He's going to take stomp.
Yeah. But they need to wait.
Well, here's the thing. Lich doesn't actually have his... oh, here comes a 1 second stomp. The stun is barely going to hit. I think the first blood's going to come out here. Keep in mind that Shirley Finette has a high base movement speed. One more hit, but he gets blocked by Little. Oh no, the first blood's going to get dodged.
That's really bad. Weaver's going to farm top. And now, this is not going good.
Phobos is probably... Oh,
what? PPD doing a little bit of drive-by again with the boots of speed, and he's going to run in. The clap is not going to land. Oh There's a terror. He could actually run him down. Keep mind he's
going to die too.
Yeah, he's going to get clarity up. There's no suicide to Roshan.
Arteezy
Zai? Look at Zai. Look at Zai.
Arteezy should just run at him.
Okay, Zai on the high ground. He's going to get the last hit. The plays.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, this is definitely not the start that VP Polar was looking for. They need to win the early game, and it's not looking like it so far.
Holy crap. If they had just got that one auto attack off in mid, the whole first like 5 minutes would be totally different.
I don't know what they should do now.
The panic station?
Yeah. Really, I don't... I think they just gotta survive. They still have pretty good shot in this game.
So what you're suggesting is, even though the laning stage has gone terribly so far for VP Polar, just kind of stay defensive, just farm up, and hopefully you don't lose any more heroes.
That's the plan.
Yep, back in the mid lane here. Venge racing in with that boots. This dual lane mid is supposed to actually just out-harass the Jakiro, but Liquid Fire is kind of a fearsome thing.
It's really strange to see Universe not playing Jakiro actually.
Yeah.
Like his signature hero.
I think Fear plays whatever hero he's left to
Yeah.
play.
You just take the scraps.
Yeah, the other players choose what they play. I don't know.
Bottom lane, looks like Zai in a little bit of trouble here. Mag throwing out the slow, but Zai does have the boots as well. He's going to be able to run away. Mag does not have mana for one more clap. He's actually very fast. Zai is just, no problem, man. Speed away. Can he actually get off one more hit? The base movement speed. He's going to turn around here, and Zai will survive.
Visage with the lowest movement speed in the game, or close to it.
Yep. Post suicide to a neutral creep, a quicker way to home. Not bad, not bad. Back in the mid lane, PPT, trying to maybe run a courier.
Oh my god, he might...
Good timing.
Yeah, he actually might get it.
Yeah.
Well, the courier could be upgraded now if any of the supports have gold, or see PPT coming in with a couple of shots.
Lich has gold.
PPT John, no! Please!
PPT more worried about Fear in the mid lane, who's taking a ton of damage. I don't think Fear will die here. He's going to go in the corner. He's going to get the last hit. Surely Finette will die for sure, but back in the mid lane, FNG taking a ton of damage from the right clicks.
Not bad.
Venge, support hero that dishes out the deeps, man.
think it's way worse for Chaos Knight to die than Jakiro.
Wench didn't get the EXP from Chaos Knight.
Because of the way he ran?
Yeah, but it was okay. It's really horrible if you kill the mid laner and then the other mid laner dies first. So you get the EXP but he won't, so you just... the 300 reliable gold won't do early game anything, really.
It's all about the levels.
Yeah.
Are you surprised at all by Chaos Knight going for a magic stick first? Or magic wand completed?
I think it's good. Actually, I think that's
Zai in a little bit trouble on the bottom lane here. Zai trying to do a ring around the Rosie, but a crit from Mag.
These wolves are so cool.
I mean, I'm always surprised how Mag is able to find something out of nothing. Because this lane is not supposed to be going this well for him against a Visage.
He doesn't care, like, at all. He just runs out and slaps.
Top lane looks like a little bit of diving coming out from Universe. He sees DK Phobos dropping pretty low, but as Macumba Man suggested, this is going to be his lane. He's farming well, he's harassing well.
He got bottled already, he can just spam.
Do you go bottle on Ember Spear, even on session?
Yeah,
you need it.
You need mana region, you have horrible base pull. Like, it's a core item, I think.
I think this is like the most difficult way to play Ember Spear. Like in a safe lane like this, against a hero that's wrecking you. Like,
yeah.
Even if you're mid and you lose, you still get so much experience and stuff.
Yeah. But you can come back. You just gotta kill a core alone.
Yeah.
Easy.
But we'll see if he's going to be able to find the Lycan, Jakiro, or the Weaver. Back in the mid lane's Chaos Knight going straight for treads. I was for sure that he's going to get bottom just to roam a little bit better because he needs mana regen quite heavily as well, but he's looking to accelerate into the mid game and try to pick up a couple kills because you don't pick Chaos Knight to go late. He can be a fearsome late game though.
I think he's really good late game with all those.
He is. Like the crits are insane. The illusions could just take down Raxus, but I think a big part of the hero is to be able to get a ton of kills in the mid lane. Mag having a little bit of trouble on the bot, but he should be able to overrun away.
I think PBD should be bottom. Instead, he's just
stacking.
roaming around.
Yeah.
I think he has stacked something. Yeah, actually, he stacked for Jakiro. That's good. But I think he should have been more bottom. So Max get a hard lane. I think Max is like level 5 or something. It's almost 6. That's not how you should play it.
And Zai's getting very little as well.
Yeah.
They see Arteezy coming by. Is there a mana for Clap? There is none for Mag. And looks like the rotation will go the other way.
The Universe and Arteezy leading the CS scores quite convincingly.
So for Arteezy here, are we going to see the standard tread Vlads into book build this game? Doing a little bit of mid-game pressure.
I think he's gonna go straight Necro after the battle. And Arteezy does that a bit, but usually when you do that, you have like Brewmaster who's gonna build the flats for you.
Yeah. He's the kind of aura builder on his team, really.
Yeah, but he has the Bassi already, so I think it's gonna still be the Vlads.
Yeah, I heard Envy also talking about that when he plays Lycan, he skips the Vlads to give you more, like a much earlier book. But,
he goes Medallion. Envy.
Yeah, Medallion into book.
Yeah.
But this game, might still need a Vlad, right? Avenge in theory ends up with the Vlads later on in the game, but we'll see.
I actually think that with most carry heroes, battle is always good. Like, you just get a lot more farm with battle. You can just take the boundary rune or whatever from the top lane, and then you just spam your skills and farm the big camp or a small camp or whatever. That's why Envy does it. Like, he almost gets the same goal with the battle, but he just has the battle, and then it's up for the late game when you get find an illusion room with Turboblade or DD or whatever. Then you're just set on
the GG runes.
Yeah.
He does it on heroes that doesn't even really use the mana that well, like Void. You don't expect Void to use his mana to farm, but you know, still having that mana regen is pretty key.
He spams the leap on Void though quite a lot when he plays.
You can because of the mana regen. Jared just dropping a casual ultimate in the mid lane farming. Jakiro, what a hero.
Easy.
Like, Magnetti has Blink Dagger. Like, that's insane.
That actually is insane.
That's impressive.
Universe on the top lane, all they need is a magic missile to land. Double damage is going to hit, but DK football is going to run back.
That's down to EG's greed, is that number one? Like, basically, EG on Zai and then on PBD, they're just stacking camps for clear and not trying to zone them out at all.
That I mean, they know how to farm. They just abuse it. That if the enemy ain't aggressing, like punishing for you, they just farm the whole jungle. That's just disgusting to play against. You know that you're getting out farmed.
Yeah, you know you're losing the whole game.
But you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
They're just out farming you. That's
does it like mentally get to you?
Yeah, it's actually it does. You can't do anything. It's just so stupid.
Who was the most difficult team to play against in the?
I don't know. I don't really know. I think Cloud9. I don't like their playstyle.
Too ratty, too much split push.
Yeah.
Never fighting.
Oh,
Yeah.
He has a split though.
Yeah, although I don't think he wants to just use it to run away. He might have to though. Fury does not have the ice path, so they'll force him out of jungle.
With the liquid fire and the Visage Grave Chill, like he was attacking so slow, it looked hilarious.
I'm actually pretty surprised that Sai's only level 4. I think he should be farming bottom and getting levels.
And Arteezy should be jungling.
Yeah, they haven't got a single tower with Jakiro yet. I'm kind of surprised, but they have stacked a lot, and Jakiro has a lot of farm.
Even with Lich in middle, like some say the weakness of Lich is that it pulls your lane so far back that it's easier to push.
Yeah.
I guess the other side of the coin is that.
But what is this Illidan build?
Razor build. They're gonna fight. He just knows that they are gonna win late game, so if they survive the early to mid game, and then they're just gonna win. So I think stats are good on Chaos Knight.
Do you not take a point into crit at level 8, especially now that you have your ultimate?
If you check out the crit, I think it does like 150.
Yeah, at level 1 for 10%.
10%. That's not good.
Nothing.
That's horrible. You need it max out, so it does something actually.
Okay.
It's like a 5% DPS.
Yeah.
Tiny bit.
That's not that impressive. Almost get the same with stats. I don't know.
Do you think he goes armor? Like 100%?
Armor?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen the Chaos Knight. That's the problem. No one plays Chaos Knight.
Power's gonna get taken. Where's the Chaos Bolt? Actually, Arteezy paused a little bit there. They'll back off though. Here comes Zai. If they land another good ice pack, surely Finette in a lot of trouble. He's gonna get hit by the dual breath. Nice dodge on the soul assumption. Illidan thinking about turning around, but runs away. Still gets clipped by the ice path. Another soul assumption. No mana to be used. Really, really good usage of that Phantasm, or else he would have died.
If he had died there, it would have been so bad.
Yeah.
It's still kind of bad. Like he was farming middle, now he rotates and gets nothing.
And now it allows PPD to go in the mid lane to get a little bit of farm. Gets his level 6. What do you guys think about Lycan's Midas build coming out?
I like it. You just gotta farm with Lycan. You can't just pressure that much. When the enemy has like Elder Titan, Brewmaster, you can't go for the YOLO towers like we used to see in some games when at TI. Like you can't push anymore like that.
If you're in a position like this in the mag, like 100 gold, do you sell yourself shield?
I don't think so. I wouldn't sell.
VirTUS.PRO?
You just TP into the lane, farm the blink, use the courier, then you rotate.
It's so scary though.
I think so. Like,
I mean, the only major stun they have is like a magic missile, so
that's true. No.
I guess you get away with Avenge. Like, for example, that bottom lane right now is fairly free. He'll take that.
You don't want to go on Brew because even if he ults, you won't get anything out of that.
Yeah.
So it's just stupid, really.
All right, he'll get that blink, and he has to do a lot with this blink. Maybe get a couple of core kills, maybe get a tower or two. Because right now his team is needing a lot of trouble. DK Phobos does have fairly decent farm, but nowhere close to Arteezy, who is by far the net worth leader, the farming leader. And he will maintain that lead because he's got the Midas, he's farming the jungle now. I feel like VP Polar in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but they can come back though.
They have the high ground defense as well, like the tower defense. It's very
But they need levels. And if they don't get the levels on Elder Titan and
he's so under-leveled actually.
They're gonna just get pushed down. First EG takes the mid tower, then they probably take T2 bottom, and then they go for Roche, or they just sneak in because Lycan eats the Roche with the wench.
They have the medallion on Visage as well, and a smoke, so.
Mid lane self-heals coming out on Jakiro. Not sure if he meant to click it, but here comes a 4-second stun. A clap goes on the Fear. They'll get a quick kill on him. There's a TP in coming in from the Weaver. They don't have lockdown for him, so Weaver kind of right now is unkillable.
They have a stun in 1 second.
If you could land it, but looks like Universe not going to chase uphill. So a good kill, quickly picked up.
Yeah.
And surely Finette has a Helm of Iron Will. This is going to be an armlet, I believe.
Yeah.
The omelet of Modigian.
I think it's not that good anymore, but you
Yeah,
definitely want it with illusion-based heroes.
Yeah, yeah. So
And I played Terrorblade with armor.
yeah, it's so good, isn't it?
Yeah, and blink. Then you just drain your health, and then you just thunder a person and kill him
It's hilarious. But
by dagger. Yeah.
I'm going to say
So
that's
legend.
not the reason that surely Finette is buying the armlet.
Yeah, just for the HP.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
It is actually the most cost-effective item for that goal, but looks like, well, he's in a lot of trouble in the mid lane. Not having high ground vision. Actually, he did, but still ran too close to it and just got picked off. And Matumba Man, like you said, this is where the push begins, bro. You pick off forward and go.
I think they get 2 towers out of this though.
No, actually,
Now they won't.
BP
Really has
Power.
ult.
I want
He can
blow.
just zone them out.
Here we go. He's going to blink and clap, uses his ultimate. Nice defensive swap for Zai, but I think Zai's still going to go down. PPT already really in a lot of trouble. Option Magic 6 very tanky thanks to his armor. Runs about here. He's actually going to go down. Meanwhile, on the back line, Chain Frost gets thrown out, only hitting on a couple of creeps. It's a chaotic team fight, but his EG, that's trading okay for now. They withstand a Brewmaster ultimate with a double damned universe. They're looking to get a little bit more done, but
Yeah, Mac needs played there. He should have lifted the Lycan instead
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the
Because the Lycan just ate the Ember Spirit.
Yeah,
as well.
Visage had no mana and he just lifted him up with like 20 HP.
Yeah, yeah.
That was bad. And now they're gonna take Roshan. He's gonna die in like 20 seconds.
there's no way you can stop this, right? I guess you send a
You
Spirit.
can't go there. You're just gonna die.
Oh, Universe goes in, gets a 2-second stun. The chains are there. They're gonna get the kill. Maybe with this momentum, they can go into the pit, but the Roshan is dying very
that was
quickly.
bad.
Down to about quarter health. Here comes Shirley Finette. Phantasm's already used. It's
get
only
there.
a very lonely Phantasm. He runs it in, he sees the Lycan, takes the Aegis. Actually, the reality pulls into the Ice Path. He's taking so much damage.
Where's the backup?
Yeah.
Does he have the support? He's like, team, where are you? Shirley Finette runs on the high ground. The wolves are beating him, but looks like he's gonna run away. He's at, oh no, the burning of the fire.
Last hit.
But in the Roshan pit, they pick off Zai. Looks like they might pick off a little bit more. Fear drops his combo here. Takes a ton of damage, but he is gonna get chained up. And looks like EG loses.
Nice.
Oh, actually, FNG runs back in the fire and dies.
They're gonna get the Elder Titan.
The birds? The birds and the wolf?
And the wolves.
Oh my goodness, they
The
actually
two
pick up a
attack.
kill.
Oh my god.
So I guess EG came out ahead with that fight. It was really
Yeah, they
confusing
get the
ending.
Roshan and EXP and go.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
good. I think it was still,
It's still
good
good
for
for
VP
VP, yeah,
because
yeah.
they stole the game.
And they also got like experience on Ember Spirit that was much needed.
Yeah, I think EG is gonna farm a bit and then they go for the T2s. Because that's what they usually do. They just farm a bit and then they get the like Necro or something and then they just take your towers. Then you just gotta fight them.
Pretty hard as well though. When
Yeah.
Universe gets his Lincolns up, he's just gonna be running around. And
Can
if
you actually kill him then?
the problem is if you use the Chaos Knight stun on the Weaver, then the Lycan goes ham, and if you use it on the
Yeah.
Lycan, then the Weaver goes ham.
Lycan, he doesn't need to go ham in this game. Like, he just buffed all the minions and the minions do a ton of work.
Yeah.
Obviously when he gets PKB, then he's just gonna go and kill the Elder Titan, I think.
Now, we are beginning to see EG doing what Matumba Man has said many times. Just get the map control, start to farm on your side of the map.
Yeah.
The illusions are already farming your ancients. Meanwhile, the supports are maintaining a good smoke gank. And speaking of smoke gank, on the bottom lane, Fear leading. And we'll use that Moon Scepter to initiate against Shirley Finette. 1400 health is a lot, but I'm not sure if you can tank all of this. TP support's going to come in right now. And immediate TP out, but there's a stun. It looks like they're going to pick himself up a free PPD. Actually, where's that Brewmaster? He blinked forward to trying to chase. And a little bit of juke attempt.
Yeah, that was... Actually, what Arteezy just did, he put up his 2 wolves on enemy ancient and illusion, and the illusion gave the Vlad aura,
Yeah, so
he
he
could
killed-
farm it.
killed the ancients,
That was
yeah.
pretty next level. I haven't thought of that much, but that's the way to extend your farm.
Yeah, because the illusions get the Basilius buff and
Yeah.
the Blood buff as well. It's really good.
That's sick.
Yeah. But this is giving VP Polar a little bit more room to farm themselves. But they can't go late, right? Or they want to go late, but can they actually defend their towers?
The Universe can just stay top, like there's absolutely
Uh-oh.
nothing they can do.
Little in a little bit of trouble, but Should be fine.
I think Weepy ain't farming at the moment, almost at all. They're just getting...
Uh-oh.
Oh, the body block coming up from Arteezy. He is...
He got the necro already.
Yeah, Little is actually going to get chased down, but here's a chain frost. Pretty nicely done by FNG. He's going to put a frost armor himself, but the big wolf is going to... Oh, okay! The little wolf is going to take him down. 3 seconds to come in.
They overlap the stun, though.
They don't have the chain stuns. And there's no mana for Shirley Fournette to actually use this reality because the mana burn is real from the books.
The ulti wore off, though.
I like the Boda Bash, but there's just no more. Mag does not have mana anymore either.
RD has the AG still. Yeah, that one good for EG.
Really well for them.
I think Weepy is getting desperate. They're just trying to fight, but they don't really get an advantage out of that. And EG is just fighting and farming at the same time. That's not a good sign.
You can kind of see they're panicking because they use the brew stun like straight away after the Chaos Knight stun.
Yeah, I think they're just like running around trying to react to what EG does, and then they just forget the fun. Like they can't farm with Chaos Knight, and Ember's like starting to lack. We're approaching the mid game, and he doesn't do that much at the moment.
Yeah, his time is past.
Yeah. Now he needs the 2 Battle Furies.
Rapier.
Yeah. So then he starts to do something actually.
I mean, how do you kind of push the pressure back against EG? You can't fight them.
You need a pick off, and then you.
Pick off might come out here. PPD taking a ton of damage, but it's actually dealing a lot more. Here comes Shirley Fournette. He gets 1 quick kill. Here comes the Emperor Spirit. If they could get a couple kills here, it could look good, but he has to jump out now. He's losing a ton of health. Mag does not have the Panda Split for 30 more seconds. I don't think EG wants to chase up the hill, but that's a 1-for-1 trade.
Illidan is going after.
Oh, Mag's gonna come in. He's actually gonna blink into the ice path. He loses so much health. He does not have to split. He loses his life. Arteezy will be fine. He just picked up the book 3.
Yeah, when the creeps come, they're gonna take the T2.
Probably. Veil ulti from Jakiro. Holy crap. I think it's looking pretty grim.
Yeah. They probably wait for the next Roshan, and then they just take their back ground and finish the game. And then Weepy just desperately tries to fight, and then they're probably gonna lose. I'm not biased, but it's hard to fight against so many minions, and
especially when you have no farm on Ember Square.
Yeah, you need the Battle Fury. Then you need another.
Yeah, one Battle Fury doesn't do anything nearly.
Yeah, but the first one doesn't do that much. But when you get the second, they can't send the minions there. They just die. But it's gonna be 5k more if you wanna do that.
Well, I mean, the first one helps you get to the second one much quicker, right? So
actually,
not really.
Not that much.
Not that much.
You can stack ancients, and it's a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but the main farming tool is the shield, and then you just jump around the camps. Like he has 2 remnants, you should just jump the next camp with the remnant. When he has still the shield on, so he gets the shield on the other camp, and he farms that too with the shield. Now the shield ran out, and he didn't get the camp. Well, there was golems, but he didn't see that. If there was like satyrs, he would have farmed the satyrs, and then he would have come to the lane and take even more farm. People don't abuse that much.
Just play him a little bit like an anti-mage in the jungle.
Yeah, but it takes much mana, but I think it's worth it. Because he can't pick off anyone at the moment.
Lil nearly has max level aura. That'll help a lot.
That's a good sign. I wonder how he got those levels. He's already 10. I think he's just been farming.
Yeah. And Lich is nearly he just turned level 11 as well.
They're just standing behind him because they can't do anything. Lich and Elder Titan are just that kind of heroes. They don't gank, and
I like getting a gem actually on when you're behind like this on Mag, just to try and remove some pressure.
It's pretty good because you don't die that much with Brew. It's hard to die against those heroes. They don't have violence. They don't have violence to kill them, but they won't buy our kill. Why would they buy that? They just trust when it splits. They just do so much damage that even the Brewlings can't stand it.
Phantasm used just for a tower. I mean, that's very desperate, right? If you're EG and you see Phantasm down, oh my gosh, Shirley Fournette gonna take a macro pyre with the bill on top.
Look how tanky the illusions are, though.
The illusions are really tanky. You can't kill them when you're like 3k HP.
Get a tower.
Nice.
That's
alright.
So just do that 4 more times with a 2-minute cooldown ultimate with Chaos Knight.
Yeah.
Easy game.
He's going for the, it looks like Manta style.
Yeah, he just wants to confuse the enemy with that, so you can't just focus. Yeah, many illusions. It's actually pretty hard to find the real one because illusions are so tanky.
That's why I thought he would be a good hero here. Like first of all, he has the crit for the Elder Titan, and also Lycan has to run at one hero, and if there's like 10, like what does he click?
Yeah.
But he can't get hit by Jakiro though. If Jakiro gets his spells on you, you'll quickly find out which one's the real one.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
So I think Manta Style is great in the sense that...
I think a heart would be a good show.
Yeah, sure. I think that's what he'll go for afterwards, if not a BKB. But I think Manta Style turns him somewhat into like a PA. If you get like a Manta Illusion Style and the Phantasm, you just reality one and he's
I don't think you want the BKB in this game.
Do you not?
Like first of all, it shows you who the real one is, so like just runs at you, and Weaver like talks to you as well with the medallion and the bird.
That's true.
I think that it's still the must because
Oh,
they have
just the
so much
Jakiro?
magical stuff, and you need it. I think.
For what? The Jakiro and
Yeah,
the
Jakiro
Soul
basically and Wench because Jakiro does a lot. And
But like that, yeah.
Well, he's definitely not getting it for now.
yeah, you just when you have the PKB, you just drag all the illusions, even though they get ice path. You just drag them on the hero. They
One shot people.
Yeah.
Okay, so one battle period down,
Yeah.
and he's about
He hopes
a
that
quarter
they
of
get,
the way.
Yeah, he hopes that they gets the other one before EG get the rose and they breach a high ground because EG is gonna go to the high ground.
The
right
main
after
problem
they
is
get the
Universe
rose.
though. Like what do you do to stop Universe? Like
Yeah.
I guess you have the Chaos Knight stun and you have like a Bruce Spin maybe.
I think in the very ultra late game, DK Fobo taking a ton of damage from Universe. He's actually getting chased. He does have a Spirit out, so he should
Like,
be
look
fine.
at this. Like,
He
oh.
drops on the shield, which actually doesn't do anything. Okay.
That's mental. I mean, he just wants to get inside his head that he's not safe.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the ultra late game, if you have like 5-6 illusions out against a Weaver and you get a reality off against him, he's just dead, bro. If you get a couple crits. So I think the bigger worry is Jakiro. It just does so much like daily stuff. And again, we're gonna see a Phantasm used just for a tower. Why isn't EG punishing this? Like Chaos Knight without Phantasm is
EG is probably gonna push middle and top now, and when they just use that Phantasm, that allows them to go roach. Like Arteezy is already going to roach because they don't have Phantasms for that fight. They can't go there anymore. That's the problem, I think. He should have saved it, I think. But
You gotta get what you can get. I guess.
yeah, but
He has Manta style now actually.
wow, he's actually farming insanely well. Getting tower last second on bottom is gonna help.
Oh.
I mean, Manta Style is like a mini Phantasm, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. Now they got the roach and now they just push aside.
oh, the Yule Scepter into Ice Path to start everything up, and look at his health. He has no health.
I think if you slide first, you can slide out of that, can't you?
I'm not sure. Honestly, even though I played the hero a lot, but I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure you can. You can BKB out of it anyway.
There's some weird interactions with Ice Path.
60 second to Shirley Finette has his Phantasm. He gets healed. Ice Path is going to hit. No swap there. Immediate Manta usage. So that's going to be down. And look at Fairies. Okay, he's going to be fine. Chain Frost being thrown out. And the Brewmaster Ultimate. They are going to get there. Pretty good defense. Arteezy taking a ton of Chain Frost. Nexus Wolf. He's going to go down as well. That's his Aegis. I think with the control of the Brewmaster, they actually can kill him one more time. The clap's going to be there. He's ulting. Can chase him. A nice swap from PPD. He wants to re-engage. Shirley Finette losing a ton of health. He's actually going to Magic Stick and trying to survive through that, but the Wolf, the big bad Wolf is coming in. Universe, can he actually toggle with Armlet? He's trying. One more hit. He's still toggling. He'll make it back to base. Surely Finette will survive. Here comes DK Fobo. He needs to run. The clap will hit Arteezy. I think base will be defended. 4 seconds sun. Surely Finette involving himself in yet another kill. It's the Rax though. The Rax is down. They defend, but the Rax is... Okay, they didn't defend, yeah. They got a lot out of that. Can they get a little bit more?
They need more.
There's no mana left on Mag, so he's just like hitting. Except Zai is thinking actually about killing him. Okay, the birds to resummon the clap though. Here comes DK Phobos.
YOLO summon.
That's
was
pretty
good.
huge.
So that was terrible in the sense that VP has lost the Rax, but Normally, in a case like that, you lose the racks and you lose heroes. They actually got kills.
I actually think they're happy
bad.
with that, even though they did lose racks.
Yeah, the racks won't matter.
Yeah.
It's middle racks, so the lane just pushing all the time, but Ember just can clean it up. And yeah, that was good defense. I think EG went a bit too YOLO. The Dogger didn't claim kills.
That toggle with the ice armor on Illidan,
Yeah.
that was legit.
But I think that's really hard kill to get,
Yeah.
even though he had the ice armor, and I think Arteezy just trusted himself. He ain't that good player.
Maybe
I
you
do
can
this.
use the mana burn on the necro creep when the second he toggles. That'll be the best way to do it.
He
I
didn't
think
have
he
the
used it
necro, but-
earlier
Yeah,
against
he
it.
used it already. Now I think EG has to wait for the familiars, and then they just farm a bit and go again high ground. I think Ember should have gone for another
second
Battle
Battle
Fury.
Fury,
Yeah, because you have so many minions on EG side that it's just
Maybe
a
he's
lot.
kind of hoping for the YOLO, like the crits,
Yeah,
you know, I mean, the
I think he just bought it for the fight, so he has some
Yeah.
more damage for the fight.
like the right now, let's win
Yeah.
the game item.
Well, if Shirley gets this particular tower and the next one, he's going to have himself a ton more gold. May have to save it for the buyback, though.
They won't go for the next tower.
They need to
If
defend now.
he uses Phantom here, EG is gonna take the bottom right.
Dual Scepter to break the Lincolns off Universe. Frost Armor on the tower, and Universe will have to back up.
They're just forcing them to go back.
Look at the necro creeps top as well.
Yeah.
I have to say, though, VP is in a better position than they were like 15 minutes ago when they couldn't do anything. I feel like now they actually have heroes that could fight and win those fights.
Yeah, they definitely have the chance, but it's gonna be hard.
Do you think that Fair could be playing as aggressively as he was previously? Like, he would walk in,
I think
Yules.
that was a big mistake for Fear being that aggressive. I think Arteezy should have just been in the front, and Fear being a bit further, because he had a blink that didn't do anything for him. He should be able to dodge that.
So if you're Fear in this position, is your role just to wait for Chaos Knight to go on one of your guys, and then you come
That's
in?
what happened in the last fight, yeah. He went, Chaos Knight went on Arteezy, and Arteezy just instantly swapped.
Gold for me.
Because once Illidan uses Reality Rift, it's like another 6 seconds for him to actually, if he runs at you, you can just walk away on Lycan pretty easily.
VP playing very aggressive now. They're running all over these wards. EG knows they're coming, but they're still kind of... They got to TP out.
Oh, watch out for the Spirit, that was
Oh,
the
Scepter?
heals.
Oh.
my god.
That was lucky. He didn't have the vision because he just moved a bit too further.
You know what it probably was? He was microing his Spirit, and
Yeah.
he didn't have his
Couldn't
hero.
click his,
he didn't have his hero
I think
click.
that's not a problem, because you can swap pretty fast, at least I can, but it was a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah. Would have got themselves the Venge kill, but now they got to just worry about defending their towers.
I think EG is actually gonna wait for the next ROG. They're just gonna split push before that, make VP react, and then they just out-farm VP.
I think the next row could be like it literally decides the game.
Yeah, probably.
Well, by the time the next Roche is going to come up, DK Phobos will have his Daedalus finished, so that's a big ticket item. And Chaos Knight, what do you think this is going to be working on?
Radiant's bottom
Like,
tower
Probably
is
hard
under
after
attack.
BKB.
Yeah. I think Heart would be good right now.
Any thoughts on Heaven's Halberd for the Lycan?
It's, I think, on Lycan.
No, against Lycan.
Against
for,
Lycan,
yeah. For the Lycan.
On CK it would be actually pretty good, because you just insta-pop the Lincoln or Weaver and you go ham on him.
Yeah, that's what it could be actually.
I mean, I think BKB is ultimately the safer choice.
Yeah,
But
it's just safer, but if you're flashy player,
I honestly
you
think
would
there's
go
so
for
much physical
Heaven's
damage
Halberd.
that BKB doesn't really.
there's so much minus armor, right? If they
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
kill you, they can kill you.
They just click you. It doesn't matter if you're gold.
Well, we'll see what Illidan thinks. He is smoked up right now.
This thing is pretty interesting. We should have 3 birds.
Yeah, just
Yes,
constantly
Axe
pushing top.
against Battle Fury and Ember. Ember just slided once and 1 bird died.
Oh, they
almost
know he's
actually
there.
died.
They know he's there.
Spirit could scout things out. Fear is just flapping his
my
wings.
God. Oh my god.
Oh, he blinks away. They still find him. They see him now. Okay, Ice Pack's gonna come out. Is there any TP? He doesn't have any. He's doing a ton of damage though, but he will drop down. That's a pretty important kill because he's dead for 60 seconds. Meanwhile, there's not much pressure up top. Does VP want to force a fight here?
Yeah.
Phobos is like farming the birds.
Yeah, he just killed them all.
Yeah.
That's why Axe ain't that good against
Look at
Ember.
Universe though.
Yeah. Just going YOLO. He has BKB, he can't die.
Well, they might actually get this tier 3. The VP heroes are a little bit slow coming in
Ember
here.
should be sliding there. I don't know why he ain't there.
Really Finette runs forward. He sees Zai.
Oh my god.
Arteezy is eating everyone.
Oh, Universe is going to come back in to actually force out Glyph. He's fighting against Mag. Mag might actually have the split here. Universe is like, you know what, I'm fine, man. I'm going to just chase. I'm going to focus on range racks. Here comes Zai getting initiative. Manta Style's going to get used, but he's very tanky thanks to his Gravekeeper cloak. Not anymore, though. It's gone. He want the bird to tank all the chain thrust.
Look at bottom.
Bottom is going to be a little bit of engagement onto the racks. Arteezy just uses his BKB suicidally, just hit the racks. He's going to get this Rex. He's probably going to die for it, but it doesn't matter. Objective gaming, boys. EG doing really well. Look at the top again. The birds and Universe going to get at least one more Rex. One more Rex to go against VP Polar, and this time, even though they got a couple kills, these kills are not enough.
Yeah,
it's a range racks as well, and they have so many like.
Yeah, I think the game is over because range track won't regenerate, and you can't defend that.
No, like the birds are just gonna hide in the bushes and constantly come out and slap them.
How many more items does Ember Spirit need to defend against Mega Creeps? Little, being initiative on, he's gonna pop his ghost. Still gonna get chased though. 5. Clap.
One Battlefield more than he can defend, I think.
So, I mean, hey man, one more Battle Fury, not too hard.
The problem is that there will be heroes also, and you can't just focus the creeps. I'm wondering, how did Ember die against Lycan and Wench? That shouldn't happen.
I guess he didn't have a spirit out.
Yeah, when he threw, he was
But
slow.
you should just drew them out like all the time.
Like in the base, yeah.
Yeah, even though he chases, he can't chase you that fast. But I guess PPD played out of his mind, stun him, and
he's going for the BKB.
yeah.
I don't think it does anything though. Okay.
He needs a Battle Fury. Clean up the crits.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, VP Polar's not giving up just yet. They're pushing out as aggressively as possible. And here comes the EG lineup. Surely Finette's by himself. He needs to do a lot. He's going right on Zai. Dodges the Ice Path with the Zero. BKB, Golden City. He's actually still going for Zai. Gonna clean up PPD in one hit. Does he have any mana? He does. Zai is still very tanky thanks to his Aghanim's. And with the Golden City being down, surely Finette's backing out. Here comes Ember Spirit, round 2. He sees Zai. He's actually cleaning them down very quickly. Okay. Rax defended for now. Universe on the top. He's like, man, let's get some effigies. He's actually clinging on two supports.
God.
FNG has to run. There's a TP in. TP. Okay. I mean, is this dive actually necessary?
He doesn't care. And Fear's just pushing bottom the whole time. And the Wolves look at mid. Look at the army coming in the middle. The rats.
Well,
Arteezy, please. Arteezy.
It's all a distraction. Universe
distracting.
Creator.
That's the Mega Creeps.
He actually used ultimate just for the movement necros and the drum faster.
So they run faster. Yeah.
Well, he might actually die here though.
He has buyback.
There's a Yule Scepter to set things up. Earth Splitter Yules is going to come through, and the damage is going to be there. Even a Brewmaster split, but look at top lane. Universe, he's going for the tier 4 towers already. The rat is so real here, and I don't know who's going to defend against that. The reality's going to break the linkage, and surely Finette is actually not too capable of dealing with these creeps.
Okay. They got a double kill.
Actually, he's very close to the second Battle Fury. Look, if VP Polar's not going to call GG, I'm not giving hope on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. You always have hope with Ember.
Look, Matt could tank these creeps here all day.
You don't want to forfeit games. Just play till the end.
Yeah.
EG's gonna love the pressure a little bit. Core's dead for about 40 more seconds.
This is what EG love though. It's like, okay, that's fine. You can sit in your base. We'll just farm all the jungles.
Just tap out already, please.
For VP Polar?
Yeah.
That's what EG are saying.
Yeah, EG are saying that. PV like, please, tap out. You're wasting our time.
No tapping out just yet.
Yeah. I think Russians could take a fight.
Can they push afterwards though?
No. But they can take the fight.
They
But
have to win like what 3-4 fights in a row.
yeah.
Like if Arteezy buys back and bots
Yeah.
anywhere, they just win.
That's what they're hoping for. But I think
Wait. It's not a second Battle Fury. It's Divine. I mean, is Divine gonna give you more damage than all these things
Doesn't the
you're
Battle
cleaving
Furies
on?
give more?
I think Battle Fury might give you more.
I'm sorry I haven't seen that much. They're crafting about that. But I think Divine stuff.
No math crafting then.
He won't get the Divine though. He's just gonna take the Sacred and then EG is gonna push the base and
Wait to break his heart.
yeah.
And any thoughts about hiding your Sacred Relic in a situation like this? Or just need all the
it's not
items?
necessary.
You need the damage as well, like right now.
The reason I'm asking is like, is EG gonna see that relic and be like, oh, let's just finish now?
I'm not sure. I think they're just gonna go.
Oh, Arteezy's gonna get initiative on in the mid lane. He does have his BKB. The swap's gonna come through. PPD will lose his life immediately, but the illusions are being burned down thanks to their macro pyre. Universe comes in on the back lane, running a lot of distraction. He's the MMG, but the crits, they get him dead. Surely Finette, he's fighting, but he's losing health very, very quickly. He needs to armor toggle. There is a buyback on Universe. Ember Spirit jumping about. Surely, oh, he actually dies to the fire. And meanwhile, the tier 4 is being sieged upon by the birds, by the wolves, by the Electrobooks. And I think this is the beginning of the end. Multiple buybacks are used, but there is no defense against Universe, who's just constantly plinking away. There is a glyph. That could be the final glyph. I don't think there's enough damage output right now. They need Phantasm. They're focusing on Zai. Zai will die, I think, but it does not matter. Zai still playing with them. Zai finally dies. But look at Universe. He's just like, yeah, man, he can be hitting the throne, and that's game 1. Evil geniuses. They're saying, you know what, Alliance is not here, so we'll throw out the rat. And they're doing it very well.
We got you, Sweden.
Impressive performance for the boys in blue.
Yeah, not bad. That was pretty. They just won the game. Like they had no pressure.